Today, we're going to talk about something that I think could really change things in your family. It's this idea of consistency, this quiet, steady power versus the loud and, frankly, exhausting burnout that comes from intensity.
Welcome to another masterclass. Titus here from Merchants of Wisdom.
And to get started, let's talk about a feeling I bet we all know.
You know that feeling, right? You wake up one morning, you're full of coffee and motivation, and you just declare it, from today on, everything is going to be different. It's a brand new era, starting right now.
And you know what? For a little while, it actually works. Day one is amazing. The new rules are perfect, the new schedule is followed to the minute, and you're thinking, yes, I've finally cracked the code. This is it. But then, well, day three rolls around, and life just happens. You're tired, work gets insane, something totally unexpected throws the schedule off, and you miss one thing. Just one little thing, one day. And just like that, before the week is even over, the whole perfect system just collapses. You're right back where you started, maybe feeling even a little worse, telling yourself, I just need more willpower. But what if willpower isn't the problem at all? And right there, that's the whole point. See, the problem isn't that you lack motivation. The problem is that we're aiming for the wrong thing entirely. We are trying to parent with this massive burst of intensity, this big dramatic change, when what we really need is consistency. And these two things could not be more different. Think of intensity like a sprint. It's dramatic, it demands perfection, and you burn out so fast. But consistency? That's more like a quiet walk you take every day. It's simple, it knows you're going to have off days, and it's built for the long haul. So, to really make this idea crystal clear, let's look at a little story. Let's imagine two parents. They both want the exact same thing for their kid. They want to teach them discipline, but they take completely different roads to get there. So, parent number one decides to go all in. Bam! One morning, everything changes. The rules are absolute. No screens, strict schedules, fixed study time, early bedtime. It's this huge overhaul designed to change everything overnight. And look, for a couple of days, it might even stick. But the second the parent's energy dips and those intense rules start to slide, what does the child learn? They get this really confusing message. One day, this is the most important rule in the world, and the next, it's kind of forgotten. They're not learning discipline. They're learning that rules aren't reliable. Okay, so now let's imagine this second parent who takes a totally different path. Instead of trying to change everything at once, they decide to focus on just one thing. Their big strategy isn't this long, overwhelming list of rules. Nope, it's one tiny, totally achievable promise. 10 minutes together, every single night, no matter what. Just 10 minutes to connect, to read, to talk.
And this is the secret sauce. It's not about a perfect performance. It's about being authentic. Some nights that 10 minutes is beautiful and the conversation is amazing. Other nights it's messy and awkward and everyone's tired. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that they show up. That quiet little act builds a foundation of trust that no strict rule ever could.
So why is this so powerful? Why does just showing up have such a massive impact? Let's zoom out a little bit and look at what's really going on in a child's mind when this happens. Just think about your own childhood for a second. Can you actually list every single rule your parents had for you? Probably not, right? But what do you remember? You remember the patterns. You remember if they were there at the end of the day. You remember how they handled a bad day. You remember the feeling of your home. And that's because these small, repeated actions are what build the very foundation of who we are. Consistency builds memory. It creates the story of what your family is. It builds identity. It tells a child what they can count on in this world. And ultimately, all of that together, that's what builds character. Okay, so we get the why. It makes sense. But how in the world do we make this real in our own crazy, busy lives without it just becoming another thing on the to-do list? So the first step is you have to choose one small habit. And I mean really, really small. This is not about adding hours to your day. It's about adding meaning to the minutes you already have. Maybe it's 10 minutes of reading, or just asking, what are you grateful for at dinner? Pick one, just one thing. And then you make it real. You make it visible. Put a simple chart on the fridge. And every time you do your one small thing, you make a check mark. Let your kid do it. This isn't about pressure. It's about celebrating progress. It's about making that invisible act of showing up feel like something solid you can both see. Now this next one, this might be the most important rule of them all. You're human. You're gonna have a chaotic day, and you are going to miss a day. It's fine.
The goal here isn't a perfect score, but here's the rule. Never miss twice. Because missing once, that's an accident. Missing twice, that's the start of a new, not-so-good habit. So no matter what, you get back on track the very next day. And really, that brings us back to the core message of all of this. Our lives and our children's lives, they aren't shaped by the grand, occasional gestures. They're shaped by the small, quiet things that we do over and over and over again.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question. Forget the big, sweeping plan to fix everything at once. What is the one small, simple, and authentic thing you are going to show up for tomorrow?